Hey there, welcome back to the table. All right, let's get this loaded and continue. I haven't put too much thought into what we're going to buy yet. I do think that, so we now have 6 party members, which means we have 6 times the items to purchase. When we choose who's going to go with us on the next quest, we are going to have to, I think, bear in mind, what do we have as far as upgrades? So, for example, we have the Vigor Potion. We made that, which is awesome. We still have 121 gold here, and we're going to have to decide what we want to make. So, for example, Bryn just has her starting items. And then you can see that Cyrus already has an upgrade to the wand. And then he has the ability, if we found another Vigos, we'd be able to upgrade even more. I don't know where the feather ornament goes. It looks like it says it's a wand recipe. So it would upgrade the wand even more. So we got a couple upgrades with him. One recipe, which we can't quite build yet, but the game's really encouraging us to keep him. Galadin still has the basic items. Here we got the upgraded lance. So for example, here's the old one. And here you can see during your attack, add 2 success and enfeeble. And in this one, it has 2 different surges. During your attack, add 2 success. During your attack, add 1 success. And a hero within 3 spaces of you may prepare or focus. So that's pretty cool. And actually it shows you compared to his current. Oh, that's even cooler. I didn't even know that existed. Then we got basic items with the dwarf. And then Chance already has an upgraded claw. And you can see compared to the basic claw, if you have a shadow card, add 1. During an attack, add 1 to the defense. If you have a shadow card, reduce the ability's cost by 1. So it's more of a defensive item instead of an offensive one. That's an interesting choice. Which one's better? Okay, so with that being said, if we get out of the inventory and we go back to all this, for example, I come over here, I go to, I'll see it's just my basic 4. I go to him, and I don't want to equip that Riverwatch Spear. I want the Lunar Spear instead. And I think that's all I have to do, is just do that, and now it's equipped. Let's see. If I came over to inventory. Yeah, now the Lunar Spear is the equipped item. So if you don't do that, and you start a mission, then they're going to still have the old item equipped. You've got to definitely be mindful of that, because the rules don't, or to me, the game didn't explain that super well. Okay, as far as like what can we craft, the only thing that's even in here is this, and we already know we can't make that because we need a Vigos. So I got to get out of this. The only thing then we can do is go here. We can choose to buy these items, and they cost 120 each. We currently have 121. You can see that on the top right here. But if we go to sell, we're going to be able to sell some items. So you can see we're low on curios, but we seem to have a lot of herbs. We have 26 of them. So let's say I want to sell 6 of them. I can get 24. I'm going to go ahead and sell 10. So that just gave us 40 more bucks. And then what are these? Metal. I have 43 right now. Do I dare sell some? I have a feeling we're going to need those later. But that would get me some nice monies. So let's say I want to sell 10 of them. That would get me to 201. I need 240. So I need to sell 10 more. Let's do 20. Alright, I just sold a whole bunch of those, and I might regret that later. And then I think these are the gems. Yep, the minerals. Alright, so let's go back to buy. And I'm going to go ahead and buy this, even though I don't have the item. And I'm going to buy this as well. Now that one required an Animos, which is this. And I need 25 more gold. So what can I do to get the 25 more? We'll sell some leather. 3 of those. 1 of those. And 3 of those. There we go. Then let's go back to buy. Let's get an Animos. Alright. Now, I think it's not here. Oh, no, it is here. You come here and... Oh, hold on. That needs a Toxos, not an... Oh, I bought the Animos for this. So, yep, let's craft. So now we got some Screamer Bolts. We'll go ahead and equip it. Done. And I don't think a Toxos was available here. That is a Teros, Aquos, and Lumos. Yeah, we don't have any Toxos. Alright, so that's it. So we got some items, but we don't have the components necessary. And then, like I said, I equipped that item, but as you can see here, there's only 4 characters currently in the shop. But if we go to the inventory, and then you click on her, you can see that that is the Screamer Bolt crossbow. Oh, is that an actual item? Let's see. Nope, it's not. So it's part of the weighted warhammer. So we have a true aim crossbow, a double-headed hammer, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because you can see the Screamer Bolt's crossbow there, but like there's a true aim crossbow. That's what's current equipment, and that's current equipment, and it's saying that that is also current equipment. So it's got to be a part of like sort of like the wrap, you know, was a part of the weapon that they already had. There is one more place I can check. I do have some cards here that has, it's mostly armor. Which, by the way, we really need some armor. So none of that's been available. And these are lore-like items like Lucky Charms, Shadow Bracers. Okay, so whenever it'll allow me to go to the... see, because like I can't change the characters beyond those 4. So I think even though we got 2 new characters added to our party, we're not quite in full party mode yet. I don't fully understand it, but we at least told it to equip it, even though we bought items that don't belong to us yet. I'm confused. I'm confessing. I don't know why I can't look at those in full detail, but I think we did everything we can do in the town, and now we're going to go choose a mission. And we are now in territory I've never been in before, so wish us luck. Okay, so we got 2 missions to choose from. Let's check them out. First mission is the Outlaw Prince. This is main quest. The thief named Chance has offered to lead you to the hideout of the Outlaw Prince, notorious bandit who's been preying on the caravans. And Chance is required in that particular one. Or we can do this one, which I'm assuming is going to make us use Kheli. Yep. So the dwarf smith has an alchemist, requested aid of her people. You know what? We just spent 120 bucks for Kheli's item. Let's use Kheli. That's the way my logic works, is why would I spend all this money to upgrade something for Kheli if I can't use Kheli? I actually think Chance looks pretty darn cool. If I had to choose between the 6 characters, I couldn't even tell you which four. I think that Varix is the dragon one is a must-have for his healing ability. I also think he does pretty good with damage. I think Bryn is pretty good. I really like my paladin type characters, and Bryn is definitely fitting the bill. I don't know if it's a male or a female, but it doesn't matter. I guess it's not that important, and I have no desire to lift up the armor skirt. I'm assuming female. But the thing with Bryn is she moves very, very slowly. But the black dice are nice. Let's maybe let the we can let some of the skill cards. So Bryn has Battle Cry, and again, with these skills, you got two sides, and it's flippity flip again. All those stupid mechanics. This is an action. Two heroes within 3 spaces of you may each prepare a card. I don't like that action at all, but I'm basically spending an action to save one action, because 2 heroes can prepare a card, which it costs an action to just flip a card without having it prepared. So 1 action for 1 hero to flip a card is normal, so you're basically flipping 2 cards for 1 action. It's a little bit of action economy, but beyond that, it is the stupidest skill ever. You can throw 2 fatigue on it though, and there ain't anything wrong with that. This one, however, for an action, you can focus 2 cards. Maybe that's better. Focus lets you reroll dice, but again, I think this is a dumb skill. Either side. Moving on to Galadin. For 1 fatigue, after you roll, if you rolled a lightning bolt, add. That's pretty good, because rolling a blue die, you get these a lot. So that's fair. I actually think, okay, that's a helpful skill. And you can choose after you roll. No, you have to do that before you roll, so it's a gambling one. Okay, that sort of stinks. After you flip a card, focus it. Okay, fair enough. I think this is better because you could throw 3 on there. So again, not the best of skills. I wouldn't have chosen either of those. Okay, this one. Heal 1 for each fatigue on this card, then flip. Okay, you can have as much as 2. So this could be basically heal 2. I think that's pretty good. And then you can flip it and get rid of the fatigue. Focus 1 card, then flip. Not as helpful. For whatever reason, they really like focus in this game. Rerolling a die is not that helpful at the moment. This one. Attack an enemy. During the attack, add 2 success. Okay, now we're talking. After this attack, flip the card. So fine, you only get to do it once, then you flip it. During you or another hero's attack, doom the enemy. I don't even know what doom means, but at the end of the round, only this status is removed. Ah, okay, fair enough. It's better than nothing. This is chance. During your defense, add 1. After this defense, shift 1. Swap spaces with another hero within 5 spaces of you. Then flip this card. That's lame, but it's got the shadow skill. And then the Kheli one. During your test, add 1 success for each fatigue on this card. Okay, that's decent. Before a hero interacts, if they're within 3 spaces of you, they may focus a card. Okay, fair. Again, I'm not real thrilled with any of these. But getting back to the mission on hand, I'm trying to decide, okay, which hero am I not going to take with me? Because I'm assuming I only get to bring 4. So, yes, so you can see, she's locked in as one of them. Oh, I think I'm going to... we're going to bring Cyrus and Varix. So Galadin didn't get any upgrades, and neither did Bryn. I'm just looking real quick at her card. Kheli has might, insight, and will, but not agility. So I'm going to take out Bryn. We're going to bring we're going to have to bring Galadin and leave Bryn at home. Bryn's going to have to work on her pronouns. I like Bryn. I think Bryn's a good character. But if I'm using the law of which skills have I upgraded so far, Bryn is out. Actually, Galadin would have been out if you would ask me, except Galadin has agility and Kheli did not have agility. So I wanted Kheli to replace somebody who would have been similar to what she does. And Kheli, of course, being a dwarf, is very similar to the fighter. So we basically replaced like for like, kind for kind. That was my logic. I'm sticking to it. Okay, off camera here, I'm just moving everybody's health back up to maximum on all their dials. And I'm fixing that at the moment. And chatting with you aimlessly at the same time. Okay, we got that done. Then for Varix here, this spear is becoming a part of this. So we take out the spear that was equipped and we put in the one that we currently have. And I don't know what causes them to be upgraded. So, for example, you got your spear here, the one that we started the game with, and the upgraded version of it is even better. But I don't know what causes that to be upgraded. But for now, it is removed. I think Chance has an upgraded item. Yeah, those one that gauntlet, the disruptor gauntlet. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on her sheet, and we're ready to go. I sort of would have thought this would be cool if we could use all 6 characters. I don't know why people shy away from big party. I come from the era of 6, 8 party members. You go in and you do these mega fights. I love that. I don't know why people don't want to do that. Maybe it's too hard to balance a game that has that many party members. I don't know, but to me that's where all the fun is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hit continue. Oh, here we go. We get one final chance to change what we're equipped with. I don't know what this is. That must be armor. Interesting. So there's nothing there. Yeah, we equipped the lunar spear. That part is true. We got the true aim crossbow. And that true aim crossbow has the screamer bolts. So we're going to get to use that new item we just bought. And then this glimmering wand should have the wrap. Yep. I think we're good. And then here you can change the difficulty. I'm okay with the difficulty the way it is. Let's go ahead and hit embark. And there we go. We're walking. All right, there's no talking. Let's slow down a little bit. And a dwarf man with a black beard, singed short by a fiery misadventure, pulls the long-suffering mule to a halt as Kheli approaches. Chats with the driver, an alchemist from Dunwar, his wingless dragon hybrid assistant for a few minutes before returning to the road. Was that one of your people from the old mine? Nay, nay, they were an alchemist from the Dunwar Alchemist League. They're mainly smiths from the fist, your posture, body language. It looked like you knew him. Emo. I don't know him exactly, but we were talking shop. You see, he and I are both members of the Alchemist League in Dunwar. He asked for some advice. Alright, so now we're doing some stuff with her. Reliability or innovation. Oh, let's do innovation. Reliability is for old people. I suggested a reaction. Ooh, look at that. We got the mammoth stock recipe has been added to your inventory. I didn't even know that was a thing. You actually get an inventory item for picking that? I should have picked Oh, what would have happened if I picked reliability? I was just like going for a roll. I just went mammoth stock. I'm just looking up. Do we have like a mammoth stock potion? It doesn't look like it. Nope. Wow, I wonder what this is. Yep, I'm still looking. Sorry. Okay, I don't see anything. It must be somebody's like upgrade to some weapon they have. Oh, and by the by, when we reach the repository, I would appreciate if no one mentioned them. This is the nosy one. And boom, there we are. Okay, so Galadin jolts awake. Visions of the twins Tyvith and Titan still dancing across his vision. Memories of the dream keep Galadin awake. So this is another choice for him. See who is on watch. Connection. Go hunting alone. Okay, that sounds like the worst idea of all of them. So let's see who's on watch. Barracks is sitting there. And that is that. They sit alone until the sun rises. Fair enough. Our emo kid. Alright. Road twists. Cluster of buildings cling to the slope. So, Blood and Shale, the Uthuk are already here. Sorry if I'm going too fast. Learning our alchemical secrets. Alright, we'll see what went wrong with the Animus too. Better smash the Animus to bits to be safe. Oh, we're gonna go see what's wrong with the Animus too. Okay, so basically an Animus that she made is causing all the ruckus. The Uthuk, of course, are attacking, and there's a bunch of knowledge that they want to get out of there before the Uthuk take over. Okay, fair enough. No time to waste. Kheli rushes to the entrance. So, I don't know a better way to do this other than simply telling you we got to get some stuff done. So, I'm looking at the screen here, and this is just for Dungeon Dive, who said that Dungeon Universalis can be set up just as quickly. So 5B, oh my gosh, it took 2 seconds. 13A, oh my gosh, I'm struggling. I can't. I currently have 25 minutes before I tie Dungeon Universalis. Oh my gosh. And then I need 2 Ember Underlays. Oh, that took too long. That took way too long. Okay, I know I made my point. Don't be a homer, guys. We know you like your game. It doesn't mean you need to resort to exaggeration. Okay, and then we need an archway and a chest. I'm trying not to step on my dog here, who's right at my feet. I'm trying to stand up so I can reach things. Okay, so here's what they say to do. 5B looks like this. It's sort of suggesting I need to move it to the left a little bit. If you'll see, there's like this outline here, sort of indicating like, okay, if this is your game table, put 5B towards the center. So that's what I'm doing. We'll move it over a little to here, and then it looks like this goes there, and then this goes next to it. And this, I'm letting you look at this real quick. We're going to zoom in here. Oh, there we go. So see how you have those two little jutting out? You got two jutting out there. So basically, yeah, it's exactly as I have it. So it's going to look like that, and then the underlay goes underneath like so, and then this goes like that, and there you be. That's where everything goes. Oh, and then the chest goes right here. Okay, this is going to get moved almost as soon as possible. And then it says the dwarf is unconscious due to the smoke. So there's an explore token. I'm already moving this out of the way. Right there. And then an elderly dwarf, Master Bruley, is also coughing from the smoke. He's there. And then there's 3 site tokens. One is here, one is there, and one there. So those, of course, will reveal more stuff. A roar echoes from the smoke. That sounds like my animus, Kheli says, grinning. It's nice to see a project reach its full potential. Though maybe making an animus breathe fire wasn't the best idea. Kheli Deepfire, I cannot believe you did this. The elder dwarf's eyes are bulging with rage. This is one mistake too many. I cannot even begin. The dwarf is cut off by a second roar. Through the smoke and embers, an animus tumbles forward. Spawn an animus, which is called Kheli's mistake. Okay, so that has to be like a special miniature sculpt here. And this is the classic problem I was telling you about. So that's the picture they give you. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in for you there. So you can see it's sort of like a knight-looking thing with a helmet on the top, but you don't see much else. And you don't dare hit continue because it could tell you to spawn more stuff, and then you lose track of what the picture looks like. So now you come over here, and we're looking at the miniatures, and they look like this. So which one of those is the animus? And the answer is none, it looks like. So then let's go to this one. Which one of these is the animus? And I think I found it. I think it's this guy with the big shield. So we're going to go ahead and choose that to be the animus. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I can always clear it up later. But we'll at least use this as the proxy until I sort it out. And once again, they're using orange. They really love using orange. So we'll put an orange on here. The Legos are still as perfect as can be. So wonderful. Can't say enough good about that. All right, and it is spawning right here. And continue. You see, I was playing around with some different alchemical formulas, and well, I made the animus. So we could choose fast, or tough. Oh, I was just getting ready to say, you know what? We should probably take at least one reliability. Sure. I'm going to choose tough. So he has increased defense. Place the heroes in the highlighted spaces, which are those 4. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to take poor Bryn out of it. And hey, that's not for you to touch. My son is trying to raid the fridge and get my Philly cheesesteak. No. I got this dad bod because I work hard for it, mister. Okay. All right. Here we go. Master Bruley turns to the rest of the party. Please rescue the rest of our researchers and find the knowledge inside. Bring them to me so I can watch over them. So we got to rescue 11. I'm sorry, you're not able to see the top of the screen there. 11 knowledge. Okay, so we can now progress toward completing feats. Feats are personal objectives for each hero, such as being the first to act or whatever. Each hero has 1 active at a time. And then we're going to open the menu now to see what they are. Okay, so that's something new we're going to have to figure out and do. I sort of like that, but it's also more stress, of course. So what do we got? We got Cyrus. Interact with the shelf. So he needs to find a shelf first. But it looks like he gets a skill if he does it. He has to do it 5 times. So what's the chances of finding 5 shelves? Hunting party. Any hero attacks an exposed enemy. Okay, fair enough. Deal additional damage using enemy weaknesses. Okay, that just means, you know, if they're vulnerable to something. And then born leader. Either interact or attack before any other hero during a round. So basically, you just need to go first if you're Kheli. Okay, that's fair enough. I think we can try to manage that. Okay, I'm looking at like which side of everything do I want to have up. I got Varric's ready. Cyrus, I actually started to really like this side, so I'm going to stay up. We're going to do the heal side up. The wand. Crossbow or hammer. This is a very interesting choice. We're going to do the crossbow because we upgraded it. Focus a card. Nope, we're going to do this. During your turn, flip 1 card. That seems stupid to me. Add 1. If you're adjacent to a token, chest, shelf, or cauldron, add 2 instead. Also dumb. Clever trap. Before an enemy's activation, if it's within 3 spaces of you, enfeeble and slow it. Yeah, I like that one better. I don't like this side, so we're going to flip over to the other side. And got to get rid of his prepare token. Going to use the bow. After you flip a card, focus it. Yeah, we'll do the gamble one. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do here. I can't promise I'll get any of these done this round, but we'll try. And we got everybody here, and the way I place them is the slow movers are up front, the fast movers are behind. Just a refresher, these blue are actions, and everything else is not. The golem, Kheli's mistake, has 45 health, so it's pretty nasty. It has 2 weaknesses, and I'm willing to bet that those weaknesses are not going to be pierce. So I currently have slash I can change Varix to be more, I mean, he has the upgraded Lunar Spear. I think the Crush would actually be better. Yeah, so using the crossbow and the bow and arrow is probably not a good idea. I would be better off using like a crush weapon. I'm just guessing. Right now's the time. I got to make the decision. Logic would tell me that a crush, like usually a mace or something, works best against creatures like this. More than a slash weapon would, which is what this is. Alright, I'm going to flip him to the crush side. I'm actually going to put Kheli onto the crush side. And I will leave the bow as a bow for now. Alright. My camera flipped to manual mode. I don't know why, and it won't let me. Oh, there we go. Got it back to auto. Okay, so what's our priorities? Obviously, we have to take this thing down at 45 health. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to move Galadin first. So 1, 2, 3. I will use one action to do this. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera here. Quickly, bring any researches and books you find back to me. This knowledge is precious, and we cannot lose it. Be careful, though. It will be difficult to move through the smoke with the extra burdens. The elderly dwarf pats the ground next to him. I will look after you whenever you bring forth. You may focus 2 cards. So focus are these little symbols. And I'm going to go ahead and focus the bow. And the skill? Prowess? No, we'll focus our main card. And what it says is focus is you can discard to reroll 1 die. So, fair enough. Wasn't that exciting, but somebody had to do it. This is staying here for some reason. I don't know what happens if you do it again. In fact, it won't let me do it again. Yeah, actually it says, what are you doing? And it gives you your action back. So good job there. I really love that they programmed that in. I got one more movement. So I'm going to go ahead and move here. And you can see I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces away. I'm just out of range. So I can't do anything. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this as well. Might as well, right? Alright, so here we go. I'm going to bring you back. A dwarf has been rendered unconscious from the smoke. You should rescue them, but the burden of keeping them safe will weigh on you until they are out of danger. You may rescue the researcher by placing the Explore token in your play area. During the darkness phase, you will suffer 2 fatigue for each Explore token. So I'm going to go ahead and rescue him. And so yeah, I'll just have to suffer 2 fatigue. And of course it's Galadin. Galadin can't attack this round anyways. And I'm going to go ahead and just put it in his play area. I'll put it on his card. And then I do have the ability to suffer 3 fatigue to expose that that golem. But I think I'm going to wait until next round to do that. I think if I wait too long, it'll never happen. But because I'm carrying this villager, I don't know if I want to put fatigue on. Otherwise, I'll have to take damage, and I definitely don't want to do that. All right, so putting the camera back, I'm going to hit continue. And we currently have 1 out of 11 rescuers. You can drop off what you've recovered with me, and in turn, I shall help your efforts, Bruley calls to you. So it's reminding me that all I have to do is come back here and drop this guy off, but I'm out of actions at the moment, and movement points, so I at least got to take the fatigue for 1 round. Okay, next up. I got rid of all my my range attacks except for this guy. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I still need to move one more space to be able to hit him. So I got to use another action if I want to do that. And I will go ahead and move up one space. That's a whole action. And then I'm going to attack. So let's come back over to here. And we're going to drag this up to there. I'm attacking with the wand, which is a slash damage, by the way. And the one thing it does show is that the Magister's Wrap does 20% extra damage. This enemy is immune to affliction, and its defense is increased by 1 until the end of the round. Fair enough. So we're going to go ahead and roll. I rolled 2 advantages, which, as you know, one of those advantages, I'm going to put one here and one there. And this says, after you roll, convert one of those advantages into 2 successes. So that's what we're going to do. So that turns into 3 successes. So 1, 2, 3. And yep, we're going to go ahead and hit confirm. And that did a whopping 4 damage to him because he blocked 2 of it. His turn's over. Okay, now we got the other guys. So 1, 2, 3, then 1. If I had the spear, I'd be able to hit him. I'm going to go 2, and that explores this, which I don't know if I wanted to do, but we're going to go ahead and do it. Because those trigger automatically. Alright, so we got 12A, and 1 Ember Underlay, and 1 Shelf. I forgot to add, the Ember Underlay causes... I think scars. I'd have to look it up again, but it's not a good thing. You don't want to be stepping in the ember. So the Ember Underlay goes like this, and then 12A. I guarantee you I would still be setting up Dungeon Universalis right now, just to rub it into Dungeon Dive forever and ever. Those guys should never, ever be forgiven for that horrendous comment. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out. Looks like the orientation is this way. And then there's a bookshelf. And what I'm concerned about is there's going to be more enemies. So there's the bookshelf. And then there's a scholar that's trapped. And he's going to be right there. And 2 more site tokens. 1 here and 1 there. Oh my gosh, and then 3 enemies. A zealot. I gotta zoom in. I can't even see where these guys are. Okay, a zealot. Oh, I did all this backwards. It's like this. Okay, the zealot goes here. The bandit. Where's the bandit? Goes there. And then there's a wolf. that goes here. That's what I was concerned about. That's a lot of enemies all of a sudden. And we still have something that has 45 health. So what did I do? I moved 1, 2, 3, and then I basically did 1, 2. Oh man, I wish I had the spear right now, but I don't. I'm going to just do 3. I'm going to move this way. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So I'm going to have to reveal that, which I hope doesn't reveal more enemies. That would drive me nuts. Oh, I got to hit continue. So your approach reveals an extension of the wooden room. So now we got 3A. Oh, there's going to be more enemies. Okay, the token goes away. This goes like so. And then there's a lectern here. And another site token there. And 2 more enemies. Oh, no, 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 no. I need to stop going after these site tokens. And we need another wolf. Okay, I have not been smart in how I'm playing this mission. And these guys are coming on strong. Okay, she gets a bonus if she's next to a chest. So she went 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. She can go 3 to there. And I'm going to go ahead and just open the chest. I mean, what's the point? It's not like I'm going to kill anything. So let's just get that chest open. And it says test agility, which is, of course, her worst skill. And there's a 4. And it says, during your test, add 1 success for each fatigue. I don't have any fatigue on the card. Never mind. I could add 1. Sure, I'll do that. So it cost me a fatigue to do it, so that puts it on the card. So I just added 1. That makes it 5, but she has a -1 to her skill, so she only has 4. It's not even going to open the dang chest. Alright, that's it. I have to hit end phase, and I'm going to get pummeled. Look at all these enemies. Okay, so at minimum we get to discard some fatigue. I don't have a lot on me, but the few I do have I removed, even if it would have helped me. Okay, the wolf is going first. This is the green wolf. He's going to move 3 spaces. He wants to attack Cyrus. He can't. Instead, he's going to attack Kheli. Before the defense, if the target is wounded, each other hero suffers 2. And that is not the case. And I need to pause. Okay. Well, we know that the wolf is not going to attack Cyrus. But instead, it will move 1, 2, 3. And Kheli is not wounded. But it's going to attack Kheli for 4 damage. Kheli has an orange die for defense. And so here you can see she's going to be able to block 3 because she has 2 advantage, so she's going to have to put fatigue out. And she'll put the fatigue on her skill that lets her pass tests better. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So she blocks 3 of the damage, so 1 damage gets through. But it says Before an enemy's activation, if it's within 3 spaces of you, you can enfeeble and slow it. So we're going to try this. Yeah, we'll try it on the wolf. So what you would do is you would interrupt the wolf and click on the wolf, and you can enfeeble and slow. Slow means the speed is reduced to 1. And then we're going to resume the activation. Alright, so if the speed is reduced to 1, that means that the wolf didn't actually attack. It was only able to move 1 space. Like so. So no damage done yet. Then we have the orange zealot. It wants to move 3 spaces and attack Kheli. Here you go. After rolling dice, if the target did not roll a lightning bolt, they infect their hero card. Interesting. So this zealot moves 1. It only needs to move 2 spaces, and then he's within 3 of Kheli. So he's going to get his desire. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll the die this time. I took away the whatchamacallit that I put on before. And so I did not roll a lightning bolt, so I got 2 successes. That's it. And so that means it did 5 damage, so Kheli just took 3 damage. And Kelly's down to 6 health now. And even worse, she's infected. So we got to put this on her primary card. And that means that at the end of the phase, if I don't flip this, this is going to cause me to take 1 damage. And I may actually flip it because I'm full up. It's just that it costs a whole action unless you're prepared. That's where the prepare thing would be really handy. So would I have been able to prepare? Nope, I just would have been able to focus. So, okay, so he's done. And this is, of course, all a big mistake because I unlocked all these guys. Next up is Cyrus. This is the orange wolf. Oh, I interrupted and slowed the wrong one. The orange one is not enfeebled and slowed. The green one is enfeebled and slowed. So let's resume activation. Okay, there we go. So this one is trying to get Cyrus. He's going to move 3 spaces. He cannot get Cyrus, but he will get Various Varix instead. 1, 2, 3 would not be enough. If Varix wasn't on that location, he would have been able to get Cyrus. So he's going to attack Varix. Before the defense, if target's wounded, he's not. So Varix rolls an orange die for defense. So he got 1 of everything. By the way, this wolf does 4 damage, so this success makes it 3. The advantage will make it 2. I'm going to put a thing on him. And then the lightning bolt. Look at this. He's going to add 1. So that'll be, basically he's going to do 1 damage. But any hero may discard 1 condition. So we can go to Kheli and boop. That's gone. So that actually worked out. We do got to get a fatigue on him somewhere. Let's put it on. I'm going to put it on his action. And yeah, he takes 1 damage. So he goes from 8 down to 7 health. And the wolf is done. Next is Kelly's mistake. And I don't know why he's going after Cyrus. He could have gone after an enemy. That's what I was hoping for, actually. but he's going after Cyrus. He shoots 3 spaces away. If the target suffers any damage, they scar a card. That's not any good. And Cyrus, of course, is well within reach of him. So he just needs to be 3 spaces away. So here's 1, 2, and actually he only needs to go 1. He's 3 spaces away now. And he's doing 6 damage to Cyrus. That's not good. Cyrus rolled 2, so Cyrus is going to take 4 damage. Yeah, so Cyrus is going from 7 down to 3. That was a lot of damage for Cyrus. And he gets a scar, and he's going to put the scar on his wand. He has no intention of flipping that wand. And then we're not done. We got the Zealot over here who wants to attack Galadin. He's going to move 3 spaces. 1, 2, and then he's... Thing is, I don't think he has line of sight. So let's look at his line of sight. All right. So Galadin is standing right here, and he's standing right there. See? That's where Galadin's standing. Galadin is standing right there, so there's no line of sight from here to where Galadin is. What an awesome map. I don't even have to sit there and calculate it. I mean, visually it looks like there's no line of sight, but, you know, you're like, well, maybe with the right angle. I mean, boom, done. So we're going to go back to the activation. He cannot hit Galadin there, so he has to move forward 1 more space is what I'm getting at. And so then he's going to move forward to here. And now I believe he can, and we can always confirm it. Sure enough, yep, he can do it. So he's going to hit Galadin for 3 damage. If the target didn't roll a lightning bolt, infect their card. So Galadin rolls a black, which has only lightning bolt on 1 single side. And he didn't roll it, so he blocked all 3 damage. But they're going to be infected. So which one do I infect? That's the question. I guess I'll do the main card. Sure. Alright, we're done, but we're not done. So the bandit now is going after Kheli. And he's got a range of 2 on his attack. And the first time the hero places a fatigue on a card, they also scar it during the defense. So the bandit moves 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. But he can't. After he moves 1 space, he is unable to move anymore. In fact, I don't think this guy could have moved as far as he did. I made a mistake there. So instead he's going to have to attack Varix. So I don't know if that's a good thing, but he will. And Varix has a lightning bolt and a success, which he will turn into 2 successes. And then if you remember, Varix has the ability that gets to remove a condition, so he will remove that condition. Varix is awesome. This is an awesome set of abilities. So he blocked 2 of them, but Varix takes 2 more damage. So he goes from 7, and now he's down to 5 health. Okay, am I finally done with these enemies? I am. Now, flames are bursting forth in the room. The room won't be this large for long. That which you have rescued weighs you down. So yeah, 2 fatigue for Galadin. And I'm going to put 1 on his bow and 1 on his skill. The Zealot screams some kind of incantation, and now it's our turn. I created quite the mess. I thought for sure they were going to help me kill this this thing. Everybody targeted us. None of the enemies targeted the golem, and the golem didn't target the enemies. So this was a big giant backfire for me. I may end up losing. Okay, Kheli's going to go first because we said Kheli would go first for the feat. So she does have this hammer, and I think we're going to use it. So during your attack or defense, ignore one die face and add 3 successes. I might just do that right now. And then over here, if I get a lightning bolt, she can add 1, and if she's adjacent to a token, chest, shelf, or cauldron, she adds 2 instead. That sounds fantastic, but she rolls black dice, which only has lightning bolt on one side. So we're going to go ahead and attack the golem with Kheli. And she's going to use her double-headed hammer. And I rolled a 2. And I'm going to go ahead and put 2 fatigue on this thing to ignore it and add 3 instead. Because that's better. So we're going to come over here. Turn it into a 3. Confirm. And yes, we found a weakness. No surprise there. Just did 8 damage. And you can see 4 of it was blocked though. And then I'm going to go ahead and attack it again. Double-headed hammer. I just rolled and it went behind the... I rolled a 2. I don't think I can take 2 more fatigue. Actually, I can. I'm going to take 2 more fatigue. Turn that into 3 successes. She's got a ton on her now. And it just did 12 more damage. 0 was blocked, which is awesome. That thing's down to 21 health, but it's still pretty strong. And then all I can do is move, but I'm surrounded by people, so I can't do anything. So he's done. Now, according to the fate, she should have, or feats. There we go. She went first. 1 time. Deal additional damage using enemy weaknesses. I guess he has to do the additional damage. He does have the war bell, so we could get that done. Any hero attacks an exposed enemy. Interact with a shelf, which we can do soon enough. Okay, Galadin, I want to drop this guy off. So I know it's troublesome because that's going to use up an action, but I need to do it. So if you have 1 or more Explorer tokens in your play area, you may either heal 2 or discard 2. Then discard all tokens in your play area. That was awesome, actually. I wish I needed to heal. So I'm going to obviously get rid of this and then get rid of 2 fatigue because that's all I have. But I'm going to put 3 on him because we're going to expose somebody very soon. And done. Okay, so I still have 3 more movement, so I'm going to come back 1, and we're going to expose somebody that he can see. I'm going to go ahead and expose... I'm going to expose this bandit, because I know the bandit is susceptible to arrows. So we're going to do that, and so the bandit is orange. And we're going to select him, and we're going to expose him. And then we're going to do our last attack on the bandit using the Bloodwood bow. And I'm going to add a fatigue to the bow to add a success. Need to roll the blue die first. It just rolled by, and we got ourselves a lightning bolt all by itself. Oh, I meant to say, I meant to do the prowess thing. I apologize. I shouldn't do this after the fact. But the prowess skill, after you roll, if you get a lightning bolt, add 1. So that will be 2 so far. And then the lightning bolt itself lets me do a third. And I could prepare a card if I want to. If I'm willing to take another fatigue, I'm not. So that's all I'm going to get is 3 successes. Here we go. And there you can see we just did 10 damage. And I think because he was exposed, yeah, he took an extra 2. It's not enough to kill him though. But we definitely damaged him. And then he's going to shift 2 away from the hero, which that's helpful because having him move away from the hero means that, he's not able to attack us. Alright, next up. I want to finish off that golem. Varix has a war bell. He could move 1 space because he's surrounded by people. So he's going to move 1 space and attack that golem. We got to finish something here. And attack the golem. He's going to use the war bell. And he uses a blue die. And he rolled a lightning bolt and a hit. Oh, I meant to do this attack here. Attack an enemy. During the attack, add 2. After this attack, flip the card. So I'm going to flip the card right now. Of course, the fatigue goes away. So that added 2. His roll added 1 more. And then he has a lightning bolt. And the lightning bolt, we can say, add 2 and expose the enemy. Or he can add 1 and a hero discards a condition. We do have a scar on one of our heroes. I'm going to add 2. And the enemy should still be... it's not exposed. Oh, we never exposed this one. Now he is. So we're going to do 5 hits at 3. That's 15 damage. Plus exposed. Yes, I like that. Let's do it. Just did 24 damage. You can see 15 base, 5 for weakness, 4 for exposed, and he blocked 0 of it. Yes! That is excellent. And so Kheli's mistake goes to the ground. And that was a big win there. Finally got that jerk off the field. Alright, and now we can still keep attacking. Now, I happen to have the hammer, which is not super good against this guy, but we're going to go ahead and try to hit the zealot with the hammer. I don't have the ability to flip weapons. And we're going to roll this blue die here. And it is a lightning. And it says, during your or another hero's attack, doom the enemy. So we could choose to doom this thing. I don't know what good that does. I think if anything, you just... yeah, it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and do the war bell, which lets me put 2 and expose the enemy. Oh, you know what? That is actually worth doing, because the doom is the only thing he'll remove, so the exposed will stay on him. I see what that is. So yeah, I'm going to take a fatigue for that and doom him. This guy's got 5 out of 8 health. So here it says, during your turn, you can spend 2 fatigue to recover 2 health. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to heal himself for 2. So now he's back up. Oh. I just dropped my dial on the floor, and it rolled all the way under the table. Oh. Alright. So now he's at 7 out of 8 health. And yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's go. So only 7 damage. Because he... oh, he was exposed? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I was thinking weakness. So not enough to kill him, but his actions are done. I don't dare move forward to those site tokens. We're just not doing that. So now we got Kheli. We need to kill these guys. This is not fun. That chest still needs to be open, but I don't think that's the priority at the moment. I am concerned because they said that the room is going to shrink, because I guess the lava or whatever is going to be taking over more and more stuff. I would like to flip it over and do the crossbow bolts. But I think I need to kill things. I can't be opening that chest. So the problem is everybody's like full health. So Kheli is next to... Kheli went first. There is nothing to do with Kheli. Oh my gosh, this Cyrus is the only one left. 1, 2, 3. Cyrus can finish off the bandit. Yeah, I think I need to just kill what I can. So Cyrus is going to attack the zealot. Glimmering wand. And this is a orange die. So we rolled a success and a lightning bolt. So there's the success. Okay, so for the lightning bolt, it says add 1 success and you may move 1 fatigue from one card to another. He actually doesn't have any fatigue. Actually, he does, but we'll still move it. And so we got 2 successes. That did 6 damage. Because his weakness is slash, so that helped. And his exposed helps. Alright, let's get... He's down to 3 health. There is this... he does have a skill that it costs him an action. It'll heal. But I think we need to get another attack. So I could go after the zealot or try to finish off the bandit. I think I could kill the bandit if I attacked it. But I'm going to keep going after the zealot. And he's adding extra damage to a random enemy. That's the problem. Alright, so we just got 2 successes. And that's it. Don't get to add anything for anywhere else. So 6 more damage, which is nice, but not enough. And we're actually done with our turn. Oh, I meant to use the Vigor Potion with Cyrus. So, just for the record, he's going to heal 3. I'm going to go ahead and use that, and he's up to 6 health. There it says, Resolve Infection and Terror. Nobody has any. Everybody gets to remove 1 fatigue. So, for Varix, it'll be his main card. Cyrus is not going to remove any. Kheli has a crap ton to remove. Kheli will remove it from her main card. And then Galadin also has a crap ton to remove. He'll remove it from his bow. So that's done, and then now comes the carnage. So the bandit, who we could have tried to kill, is going after Cyrus. And look at this, he's doing 10 damage. And he's going to make Cyrus pay. Yes, he is, because he has a range of 2. And all he had to do was move to there. And he's going to do 10 damage to Cyrus. Cyrus can't do a thing about it. And if he places any fatigue on his card, he has to also scar it. Alright, well, Cyrus is going to roll an orange. And we did get 3 successes. Which means, though, I am going to have to take a scar. Because I have to take 2 fatigue. And yeah, we're going to put another scar on his weapon. And 2 fatigue on his weapon. And I can convert one of these to 2 successes. So that means I blocked 4. And the problem is blocking 4 means he does 6 damage and I have exactly 6 health. So Cyrus just went down. I I think that's not the end of the world, but yeah, they got him. Alright, I gotta interrupt to take out Cyrus here. So Cyrus is wounded. Cyrus gains the frantic injury. So I haven't explained this part yet, but you have to die 3 times before you really die. And if you really die, then you can't win. So the first time you die, you get what's called a minor injury, and then it eventually becomes a major injury, and then of course you're doomed. So Cyrus gained the frantic one, so we just got to search until we find the word frantic. So before he defends, he either has to suffer a damage or terrify a card. So he now has that wound, and he goes back up to full health. I don't know if he gets rid of all of his tokens. Let me check that real quick. Obviously, this has never happened to me before, but I knew darn well that by unloading all those guys like I just did, that was stupid. That was absolutely stupid, and this, of course, was going to happen to me. There's enemy damage and defeat. What about our... Oh... I have to pause. I can't find it. Okay. I found it. Yeah, he does get all of his health back. Everything else stays exactly as can be. And then we continue with the app. We resume the activation. So this wolf is not letting up. It's going after Cyrus. If the target's wounded, each other hero suffers 2 fatigue. That's not the case because he's not wounded anymore. But the wolf is moving up, attacking Cyrus for 4 damage. So Cyrus rolls. And we got basically... That reduces it to 3, and then the lightning bolt reduces it to 2. Excuse me. So 2 damage to Cyrus. And then before your defense, he can either take a damage or terrify a card. I'm going to terrify a card. And I'll go ahead and put it on... I should probably put it on this one, because I'm going to heal myself. And that'll get rid of that. Alright, so wolf is done. Zealot completes this incantation, and look, he's going after Cyrus. Cyrus tests will 7. Add a blue die for each adjacent hero. He's got 1 adjacent hero. So where's the black dice? I don't know where the other one went. Oh, right here. So that's 3, 4, 5, and then his will is 1, so that's 6. And then we get to roll a blue die because he has 1 person next to him, and that'll be 7. And it says I can remove 1 fatigue from one to another, so I'm going to move it over to the skill. But basically, I passed the test, so nothing happens. Okay, this green zealot says he's going after Cyrus. Everybody's going after Cyrus. So he's going to go after Cyrus for 3 damage. And there you go. We've got 3 there. So Cyrus is going to roll yet again. And he's going to block 2 of the damage, because the lightning bolt blocks 1. So Cyrus takes another damage. He's down to 4 health. And then the orange zealot is going to go after Varix. And the Zealot's going to recover 4 health. So that stinks. Varix has an orange die. Varix was going to block 2. So Varix takes 2 damage. He's down to 5. And then we got this wolf here. He's going after Kheli, but he's slowed. So he only moves 1 space, so he's not quite able to do anything. The floor gives away. As part of the room disappears into flames, the burst of heat is enough to throw anyone back. Remove tile 13A, and all terrain and tokens on that tile shift each figure on 13A to the nearest unoccupied highlighted space. So I needed to open that chest. I screwed up this mission so badly. It's not even funny. I don't like the way this mission's playing. So, remove 13A. Here, this is what it's doing. It's saying remove 13A and all terrain and tokens on that tile. Shift each figure on 13A to the nearest unoccupied highlighted space. This is hard. So I got to take this off. But I have to preserve, where's the nearest space? So, for example, this one. This would go here. But this would go there. This would go here. And there. And there. And then here. Nope. This one would go here. He would go there. This would go there. And I would argue that goes there. And this one goes there. In fact, if it wasn't for him standing on the wood, we would have used up all the possible spaces, and there's nowhere left to put somebody. And then place tile 8A. So we just lost that treasure chest. I'm not happy about that. So 8A. Come on. Eight A looks like this. Then a site token comes back on. The flames continue to rise and spread. You must move quickly. The zealot healed themselves. Okay, so we got to look up what the terrain does. And let's see if we can use the rules that are built into the app. That might be quicker. First of all, why is this glowing? Oh, we completed something. Alright, so we got the Twilight Arrow recipe. Excellent. Defeat an enemy that has a tactic. Attack an undamaged enemy with your blades. We don't even have the blades equipped. I don't know what tactic means. We'll go ahead and try that. Okay, yeah. Rules reference. So this would be a, it's called Ember, I believe. Embers. So here you could see Each figure enters one of its spaces. If a hero moves into an ember space, they scar one of their cards. If an enemy moves into an ember space, the enemy becomes afflicted and doomed. We didn't move. We were put there, but you get the gist. So we basically got to get off the ember. This is brutal. I don't like this mission. I don't like the number of enemies, and I just don't like anything about this. So, it is our turn, though, and we don't have that treasure chest anymore. I'm still upset about that. We have Kheli's turn here. I think we can attack twice and then move next to this book here. Got to be careful because it's going to reveal more and it's probably going to bring out more enemies. But let's go ahead and attack twice with Kheli. So we got, I think we have completely undamaged guys here. The wolf is still probably slowed and encumbered. Let's check. It is not. So it all went away. Yeah, they're both at full health. If we attack the zealot, he causes somebody else to do more damage, which is how Cyrus got killed. So we're going to go ahead and attack the wolf twice. And we have the double-headed hammer. I probably need to switch to the crossbow. When's a good time to do that? There is never a good time to do that. If I do, I'm only going to get one attack in, and that's it. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to switch to the hammer. So I lose these 2 fatigue. It's no big deal. We're going to switch to the true aim crossbow. And it has a range of 3. So we will go ahead and at least get one movement onto here before I do that attack. And we're going to attack it with the true aim crossbow. Alright, she rolls a black die. She rolled 3 successes. It only does 2 damage. I don't think there's anything else I can do. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm that. Hold on, I'm not attacking the zealot. Cancel. I'm attacking the wolf. 2, 3. There we go. The enemy will shift 1 space towards you. So yeah, I'm going to make sure I move a little bit further away. And I have to cancel that attack because the moving 1 further away caused her to reveal this. Hidden entrance to your laboratory. Ugh. So we get a staircase. And then 17A, it's Canadian, you know, because it's really just 17A. Where's Andrew when you need him? All right. There we go. So it's using the large tower, but the lower rung. I don't know why, but I'm sure it'll explain it in a bit. So yeah, it's a painful thing. So I got 2 I'm trying to insert at the moment. And then 2 more. Got 1 more to go. Okay. So this goes here. Got to get this stuff out of the way. And that goes right over the 3rd stair. Like that. So that's what it's asking us to do. Then it's saying 3 tables. 1, there. One there. And one there. Oh, and then another bookshelf. There. And a cauldron there. I left some potion ingredients with the bottles. I can mix up something that could help us. Kheli's eyes shine with confidence. The good news is Kheli's here. So, can't complain about that. Now we're going to go ahead and do that attack. With the true aim crossbow. With 3 successes. And it did 5 damage. This was not a weakness for the wolf. It was able to block some damage. And then, of course, the wolf does shift 1 space. However, when it does, it's going to... And I needed to move even 1 more space, because I didn't want the wolf to be able to attack me. So, yeah. Anyways, that was 1, 2, 3 spaces. That's his her full movement, but I wanted to make sure that the wolf cannot do anything to me. And I know I just read that, but I totally forgot what it does. Don't they get slowed and something? I just need to open the rule book. Here we go. Embers, it's on the back of the rule book. They scar one of their cards. If an enemy, they become afflicted and doomed. So, we need to grab that wolf. Afflicted and doomed. Okay, that's what they get for stepping in the lava. Alright, so she went, and that's over. Okay, so now we got Galadin, who's in a similar boat. We got to get him off the thing, so we'll do that. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. We're going to get up on the stairs here, and we're going to shoot that wolf. You know what? Before we move, we're just going to shoot the zealot. So we got to kill things. We can't leave them partially alive. So it's going to shoot the zealot. I rolled a success and a advantage. And I'm going to go ahead and take the fatigue. And then I'm going to add another fatigue to his bow. That's going to allow him to add another success. So that's going to give him 1, 2, 3 successes. And that just did 6 damage. Then we're going to attack 1 more time with the bow. And I got 2 successes. I can't add any more fatigue to the anything. He's basically full up. Oh, it's not enough to kill him. Come on. That was all I could do. I can't add any more. I can't believe we didn't kill him. And if we look at his feats. Oh, I don't know what the tactic means, but... okay, now we'll go ahead and move him where he currently is. And... next we have Varix, who's next to 2 very wounded things. So let's see if Varix can finish him off. Varix has his Warhammer. Not the best in the world, but it's good enough. He'll use his Warbell. We're going to go ahead and attack this guy. Needs a blue die. So we have that, and that'll let him... he only has 2 health. This thing does 3 damage, but he has 2 armor. We could discard a condition, which means I could get rid of that, one of those scars that they have. But you know what? I'm going to use the bell one that lets him do 2 hits. And of course it does 8 damage. I forgot the enemy's exposed. And we do get some cloth and a bone and 21 gold. And, sorry, my camera. And the zealot is... Oh, I attacked the zealot. Oh, I'm not being smart. I was supposed to attack the wolf. Or the bandit. It's okay. The zealot's gone. Next up is we are going to finish off the bandit with the war bell. I think I had it this one. I bumped it with my thumb when I was trying to pick it up. So basically it's 2 successes. I could use the war bell skill, which will expose him. Yeah, I'll do that. Because I think I need that to be able to kill him. And that adds 1 more success. And he's dead. We ended up getting 3 leather and 3 cloth and a talon pommel recipe. So bandit is done. And then of course we need to get out of that lava. So he will go... there's not a lot of places to go here. We're going to go 1... I don't want to do more site tokens. You know what? We'll do 1, 2, and we'll do this site token up here. I know it's bad, but we need to... Okay, so what it is it's another set of stairs. Because we've got to get off the wood. So we got another set of stairs. And then we have 11A. So we got this, and we need short pillars. So what it's basically saying is we need to do this configuration right here. So we're going to slide that in there. This here. Of course it won't. I'm going to totally break this. There we go. And it just doesn't want to go in. There. Okay. Another bookshelf. Well, we might be able to accomplish that objective if I can run around to all these different bookshelves. And then a treasure chest in the corner. So this was 1. I meant to do 2, 3, because I don't want to be impeded by this guy. And then that would be 4. And then there's another explore token right here. Thankfully, no enemies. Okay, I'm guessing that there's more stairs over here and over there. All right. To keep it going, all we have left is Cyrus. Cyrus does have his wand, and so we are going to do 2 attacks on that wolf. We have to. So, come back over here. We cannot do 2 attacks on the wolf. We can only do 1. In fact, we're just going to do 1. And I'm going to go ahead and roll. So we did get 2 successes and a advantage, which I can convert to 2 more successes. So that's actually really good. We just got 4 successes. And of course he's going to shift 1 space towards us after the attack. Oh, and it's one of his weaknesses, so excellent. We just did 11 damage to him, which is good. And 8 base damage. So he's going to shift 1 space towards us. And if he does, he will damage us. But he's in the lava, So one space towards us is more lava, which is why I didn't move yet. So this dude is doomed and afflicted. That's right, right? Yes. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and move 1, 2, 3 and get next to this bookshelf, because that's his thing. He loves bookshelves. And unfortunately, because he's low on health and he's already been wounded once, we got to heal. So he's going to heal 2 because he has these. And then he's going to flip the card. So that heals him 2. He's up to 6 health. And then by flipping the card, he gets rid of all those things, including the... This was going to damage him 1 anyway. So the heal's gone. That's the end of our turn, and there's still 3 enemies on this board that are alive. So we're going to go ahead and hit end phase. Darkness phase happens. Resolve infection and terror. We at least got... I've been grabbing the wrong token. We should have been grabbing the green infection tokens. But that's okay. It doesn't matter. We've never gotten hit by those. Then we remove fatigue from everybody. So I'm going to remove this one. Come over here. I'll remove that. And then for Galadin, we'll get rid of that one. So we got rid of 4 fatigue. And there we go. The following enemies suffer 4 damage from affliction. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know they suffered damage. What does affliction do? Oh yeah, afflicted. Before activating, the enemy suffer 4 damage. So both of them take 4 damage. And then the Zealot is going to try to attack Varix, and he's right next to him. And he's going to heal the wolf for 2 health. Now here's what's interesting. He's going to move 1 space away to do 3 damage to him. But in order to do that, he's going to step into the lava. He's already in the lava. So we have to interrupt him. And the Zealot is getting afflicted and doomed. I don't think that changes anything. But he will move 1 space away. And he's going to try to do 4 damage to Varix. Varix blocks with an orange die. So we can, if we can put 2 tokens on him, we will have blocked 3 of the damage. And I will do that unless there's also... there isn't. So I'm going to move him down to 4 health. He takes 1 damage. And I got to put 2 of these on him. And I'm going to put them on his Destiny's Call and his Cowbell. Okay, done. And then he healed the wolf. Then we have this wolf who's targeting Cyrus. Before the defense, if the target is wounded, each other hero suffers 2 fatigue. Unfortunately, that is a thing. And the wolf is going to be able to do it. So there's 1, and then 2. I'm going to assume he was smart enough to get out of the lava. And everybody else suffers 2 fatigue. So Galadin takes 1 damage, because he doesn't have the ability to suffer 2 fatigue. Kheli can absorb it, no problem. Cyrus can absorb it, no problem. And then Varix, also no problem, although he can no longer heal. He was just getting ready to heal. Actually, he can. He's okay. So now we have to either terrify a card, which we'll do. Terrify, by the way, is not damage. It is you take a fatigue. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and terrify a card before the attack. Roll the orange die. And we got ourselves a success. And then I do have room still here. So this actually turns into 2 successes. And then this. So basically, we blocked all 4 damage. So no damage to Cyrus, just a lot of fatigue on everybody else. And then we go to this wolf, who's going to try to go after Cyrus. Cyrus is way too far away. It's going to do 7 damage because of the stupid zealot thing. Kheli is actually the closest target. So Kheli is wounded. So everybody else suffers 2 fatigue. These wolves are nasty. So Galadin is going to take 2 damage. Cyrus is going to take the 2 fatigue, but then he's full up. And then Varix is definitely not able to heal now, but can absorb the 2 fatigue. And this is a 7 damage attack on Kheli. Wow. So Kheli defends with an orange die. She blocked 2. So she took 5 damage. She's down to 1 health. And that's it for the wolf. That's it for everybody, but now flames are happening again. And oh, look at this. It actually tells you which room. So the room with the shelf is going to disappear soon. Alright, we don't have anybody in the play area. I'm in a lot of trouble. That's all I have to say. Cyrus in particular. And of course everybody's getting angry and doing all kinds of stupid stuff. Alright, so it's our turn. We're going to have Kheli go first. And I need to pause. Alright, welcome back. I know it probably was just a split second for you, but for me I was gone for 45 minutes. My phone, I started to receive a phone call. And my phone is also my camera. And I'm just testing to make sure it's still working. And I paused the recording. I'm at 1 hour and 47. And I am miserably playing this scenario. So, let me get this back into the... there we go. So here's our dilemma. I want to look at those bookshelves, right? Because that's what this guy needs to do. I need to rescue 11 of these jerks. And this whole thing is going to go into the... It did warn me. Whenever it gave the warning that some of it was going to give away, it highlighted this tile. And so I missed that the first time. And that's what happens when you're playing a game for the first time, right? Is you don't catch on those cues. So I think it probably warned me that this middle tile was going to go away. And that would have told me, hey, you need to go loot that chest. And, you know, we could have behaved differently. So I got this stupid wolf that is just hammering the crap out of me. I am down to... well, I got 6 health, actually. I'm down to 1 health with Kheli, 4 health with Varix, and it is really not a good time. So we got to do something here. And Varix was just getting ready to go up those steps to, you know, to go in that general direction. We got this guy, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to rescue in time. I really don't. Especially with a wolf breathing down me. And then I need to loot those bookshelves because of my stupid quest. So I got 2 options. I can loot the bookshelf, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this way out of the hopes that there's some stairs here so I can get off this tile and save myself. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just getting my butt kicked. I opened up way too much stuff in the beginning. I really wish I could just restart this mission. And I don't think there's an option to do that. I wish I could. I really want to tell the game, hey, can I do a do-over? Because I would do this differently. But let's just keep playing it out. Kheli goes first, like always. She is going to use her Vigor Potion. She has to. She's down to 1 health. Let's give her 3 more. And that puts her up to 4 health. She does have the True Aim crossbow. She's got this stupid wolf breathing down her neck. And then she has this guy that's also dumb. And yes, I'm resorting to middle school tactics of calling everybody stupid and dumb. And I would love to look at this thing, but I can't. I got a wife and 2 kids to feed. So let's go 1, 2, 3, and now we're 4 away. But we're gonna actually, before we move the 3rd space, excuse me, we're gonna stop here and shoot that wolf. So let's do it. So Kheli's gonna go first. We're gonna attack the wolf with her true aim crossbow, and she attacks with a black die, and she has 3 successes. So, oops, sorry. She has no ability to add fatigue to do anything. She is completely fatigued out. So we're going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3. It is afflicted, and we're going to confirm. And we did only 4 damage. That is brutal. Absolutely brutal. 2 of it was blocked. And after it, he's going to shift 1 space towards us, which we don't suffer any damage. And unfortunately, that wolf, if I attack it again, it's going to shift to us and cause us to take damage. And I'm not going to get to... basically, she's right here, and the wolf is on the stairs or she's right here, and the wolf is on the stairs right below her. So I could finish my movement. Yeah, I'm going to finish my movement to here, and then we're going to go ahead and use this cauldron. I know I need to kill... Okay, and so we were able to find a Fortunos, which is a really rare item, so that's a good one to get. And then she's leading into the cauldron. I can whip up something a little extra with this. Something for our wounds, something for our enemies, or should I get really creative? And I'm going to say wounds. And so the heroes may collectively heal 2. So collectively, that means just 2 instead of each, right? It's just, they basically just heal 2. So I'm going to go ahead and heal Kheli 2. So she's up to 6 again. Everybody else needs to heal as well, but alright, so her turn is over. Next, I have this dude. We're going to go ahead and look at that, and we're going to go ahead and search the bottles. 1 hero may heal 3. That's excellent. Kheli can heal 3, so she's going to go ahead and heal all the way back to 9. So she's back to full health. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and look at the books again. And we could do books or baubles. I think baubles will give us materials. Let's go ahead and do books. You pull a heavy tome. You may rescue the tome by placing an unused explore token on your play area. Oh, this is one of the things we need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It is going to cause them to suffer 2 exploration for each token in your play area. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and rescue the book. And we got 2 out of 11. Now I got to get off this tile. So I'm going to take a gamble and go 1, 2, and we're going to explore this. Alright, so let's discard the site. There we go, that's what I was gambling on. So we got another set of stairs right here, and then here's 3 and then 4, and that's going to get us off the tile, so when it falls in the lava we're going to be fine. But I'm not done yet. I got to grab 9A. It's another Canadian tile. 9A. Alright, here we go. And then it's looking like I need to add some small pillars. So there's 1, here's 2, and here's 3. Okay, so it's going to look like this. And we're not done. It now has another bookshelf, which of course is very helpful for this dude. And another explorer token. I mean, there's 11 of them we need to get, so what a huge map this is. So I'm at least off the tile. Alright, we got this explorer token, which I don't know if I can do anything about. We have Galadin, who is sitting here with his bow, and we can back up. I'm going to back up at least 2 spaces, and we're going to attack that wolf, because the wolf is the problem. I'm not as worried about the other guy. The wolf is who we need to kill. So let's go after that wolf. We're going to go after it with our... It'd be nice to do it with the blades. I would have to spend an action to switch weapons. I'm not ready to do that. Yeah, we're just going to do the bow. And then roll his blue die. And of course I rolled all the way underneath. Oh no, I've never had this happen before. I rolled underneath this thing. Alright, let's move that out of the way. Oh, we have a casualty. Earthquake. I am such a goober. Alright. And then looks like we got a lightning bolt and a success. So I'm going to add the success. The lightning bolt, he can do add 1 success during your turn, expose an enemy in line of sight. Oh, I'm sorry. Nope. Add 1 success, and he may suffer a fatigue to prepare a card. There is no room to suffer any fatigue with this guy. So, in fact, he's taken damage because of this. So, all he does is get to add 1 success. And then he is going to use his Vigor Potion, which will heal him 3. So he's back up to 9 health. And the only one with Vigor Potion left is Varix. Going to confirm. And we just did 4 damage. That's awful. And that was with 0 blocked. So yeah, the wolf is now going to move 1 space towards him. And so the wolf moves up the stairs. We did move 1, 2. And now I'm going to go 3. And then 4. Get next to the table. So we can search the table. And we're going to attack that wolf again. Need to get it down so that way it dies when it takes its turn. And we're going to roll the blue here. And I got the exact same response as last time. So it's going to be 2. And that time it was only 3 damage. And the wolf has 9 health left, which means that even if he takes 4 at the beginning of his turn, he's going to survive this. So this is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Not happy about that at all. And last but not least is Varix. Varix is also going to use his Vigor Potion. And he is at 4 health. So he's going to go to 7. I don't need to do that in front of you. We can just change it to 7. And alright, his situation is he can go up those stairs, which is not a bad idea. We can try to kill that wolf, which has a lot of health. That little dude there, the Acolyte, has full health. If I do try to kill the wolf, there's actually a spot I can stand here where I can use my spear to hit him. Unfortunately, that wolf is like, it's half health. It's halfway to full health. And then, of course, I would have to use an action to switch to the spear. I think I'm going to do that anyways. I'm going to use an action to switch to the spear because that cowbell's not helping me at the moment. So I'm going to switch to the spear. So that gets rid of some of my fatigue. That part's fine. And I need to actually get rid of a lot of fatigue. So I'm actually going to flip the action card as well and get rid of the fatigue on this. And so we're going to go back to this side that allows him to attack an enemy and add 2 successes to the attack. And then I'm just going to use the move to run away. So we're going to get off that tile and go 1, 2, 3 up into the room. We are completely divided, and these enemies are tearing us apart. Absolutely tearing us apart. So now here we go. We're going to end our phase. So the Zealot does his thing, and we get to discard 0 fatigue because of it. Jerk. The following enemies all suffer 4 damage, so all of them do, which doesn't kill any of them, but it does help. So the Zealot is trying to target Cyrus. It shoots 4 spaces. It moves 2. And unfortunately, it's going to move through the lava, so we got to interrupt and grab the Zealot, and he's afflicted and doomed again. So Cyrus is way over there. The closest hero is that one, so he's going to move 1, 2, but he doesn't have line of sight. Well, we can check. Let's interrupt and do line of sight. Yeah, see, look. He's standing on that lava right there. He can see up the first step, but not the second step. And we're at the top of the steps. So, perfect. I really love that the app can confirm what you're thinking. And so that's all he can do. He moves towards the closest person, and that's it. So we're going to go ahead and say done. Now the wolf is trying to go for Kheli. This is the green one. He's right next to Kheli, so he's going to get to do it. And then if the target is wounded, each other hero suffers 2. Kheli is not wounded. She's at full health right now, so that part is excellent. And that was before the defense. You do that check. So Kheli rolls an orange die. She has 2 of these. That's a problem, because she doesn't have room for fatigue. Actually, she does. Before an enemy's activation, you can enfeeble and slow it. That doesn't help. Excuse me. She's going to go ahead and take the 2 fatigue, and then she's going to take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Now she's down to 6 health, but the wolf is done. Now the other wolf is going to go after Cyrus, and he moves 3 spaces. Cyrus is the closest. 1, 2, 3 doesn't cut the mustard. He's 1 space not 1 space far away. So the wolf is going to do no damage. Thank goodness. And the floor gives away. And it's basically saying that everybody who's on here has to go to one of those spaces, whichever is the closest. And so the bookshelf goes away. These tokens go away. And then this tile goes away. And it's saying that it's going to go... Well, I would say the closest one is that one right there. So there it goes. All right. Then we're going to put 10A down. 10A. It's going to look like this. And here's what's interesting, is it's saying that the shelf is still there. And the Explore token is still there. Excellent. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome there. And the Site token is still there. Well done. The flames continue to rise and spread. You must move quickly, but it doesn't have any... I don't see anything highlighting this time. And then each hero who has a token suffers 2, and that would be Cyrus. And Cyrus has to take 2 damage with that, so that's not good for him. We're going to have to get rid of some of this stuff. And actually, he has to take another damage. He's down to 3 health. This is not good. Cyrus had a terror token, so he has no room for fatigue. The wolf slips into the shadows. You can shake the feeling that it's still watching you. Remove this wolf from the map. Interesting. So he's going to come back later, probably at full health. Jerk. So it told me to remove the wolf from the map, but he's still there. Right there. So how can I can attack him? He's right next to me. Okay. Well, we're going to have Kheli go first, and we'll have her look into the cauldron again. There's nothing to do and perform an additional action. So we're going to have her go 2 spaces. We're going to move her towards these things, and she's going to look at this table. Why can't she look at the table? Those are tables you can search. Oh, they're not letting us look at the tables. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to do something different. Those tables are not searchable. Interesting. They're just there for looks. Okay, well then I'm not moving 2 towards the table. I'm going to go ahead and move her back the other way. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go ahead and search this thing. And let's look at her feet. She should have 3 points. Yep, we'll rescue the book. So I got to put a token in her play area. And we got to get rid of some fatigue, because that's what burned me last time with Cyrus. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip this card. And so that'll get rid of 3 fatigue. And that frees her up so she can now carry this thing. And that was another action for her. So her turn's over. Next is Galadin. Now, I could be really selfish and say, okay, Cyrus needs to go all the way over here and look at that bookshelf, because that's what his feet is. That is going to be a tall order. He only needs to interact with the shelf 5 times. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to move Cyrus over to that bookshelf. Or I'm not Cyrus, but I mean Galadin. 1 space. And then Galadin is going to interact with that bookshelf. And we're going to go ahead and let's search the baubles. And the following has been added. We added a Mortos. And then we're going to go ahead and do it again. We're going to search the bottles. We got ourselves an antidote potion. I don't know what an antidote potion does, but we're going to find out. I'm sure it helps with poison in some kind of way. During your turn, you or an adjacent hero discards up to 3 conditions. So that goes there. That was both of his actions. And then he's just going to move forward 1 space and stay next to the bookshelf. Because the bookshelf, if you'll notice, I didn't look at the books, because that's going to cause me to have to suffer fatigue, because I'm carrying something that needs to be brought back. So I'm going to go ahead and just wait there. This is a really tough mission. I know I made it tougher on myself, but holy cow. Cyrus. Cyrus has to get rid of some stuff here, because he's carrying one of these. And so we're going to go ahead and flip this, which gets rid of the 2 fatigue and the terror. So that's done. for one action. And he doesn't even have the ability to heal himself. But for another one, he's going to move 1, 2, 3. And for his other action, he's going to flip this because he needs to get rid of all of his fatigue that he has, or as much of it as possible. And so this is a Phoenix Bond. An enemy in line of sight suffers 2 damage for each fatigue on this card. Then flip this card. So he can automatically just do damage. It's a really nice side. It was just the other side was just as good. Cyrus is a pretty good character that way. He's annoying in the chat dialogue, but I do want to rescue whatever it is that Explore token is going to rescue. But I already have one, which is going to make him take fatigue. And I need the ability to absorb more fatigue. So that was his 2 actions. He did move 1, 2. Let's move him at least 3 spaces. Well, actually, no. Let's go 4. We're going to go all the way to the bookshelf. We'll do the bookshelf. Get as far away from that wolf as possible. And then we have Varix here. And Varix is, again, we got these guys probably honing in on him. Varix is going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do the treasure chest. I'm not going to grab those Explore tokens until later. Alright, he has to test might. His might is at a -1. He rolled 1, 2, 3, and then he can discard a condition on any hero, so that'll be 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And he could take he could suffer some fatigue, but he really shouldn't, to increase his successes. And because his might is -1, that becomes a 3. So of course he doesn't open the chest. It stays closed. And then he's going to go ahead and do it again. But he has this his lightning bolt lets him get rid of a condition on somebody. And that condition we're going to get rid of is the scar. So that's what I really, really wanted to do. Alright, so we're going to roll again. And this time I rolled 3, which is going to turn into 4 because of the lightning bolt. So he's going to get rid of the other scar. So it becomes only 3 successes though. And we're closer, but we still don't have the dang thing open. And then we're going to go ahead and end phase. Alright, so the Zealot is continuing to drain us from strength, so we can't get rid of that any fatigue. Following enemies suffer 4, so the Zealot suffers 4 more damage. The Wolf is trying to go after Cyrus, or whoever's closest. So Cyrus is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going after Varix. So he's going to go 1, 2, and 3. And we do have to interrupt, and that wolf is going to be afflicted and doomed again. So that means he's going to lose some more health. And then this wolf, having stalked its target long enough, the wolf reappears in a flash of claws and fangs. Place the wolf adjacent to the hero with the most fatigue suffers, and it attacks that hero. So Varix has 3, 3, 4. It's Galadin. So the wolf is going to show up next to Galadin, which is here. Sort of thematic. And he's going to do 5 damage to Galadin. Galadin's going to roll for defense. He blocked 3 of it, so Galadin takes 2 damage. And it goes down to 7. Done. Then the Zealot is going to mend the wolf for 2. And he's going to try to attack Cyrus. He can't. He's going to go after Varix instead. He moves 3 spaces. He shoots 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And he doesn't get there. The sounds of Uthuk echoing down the halls. And then each hero with one of those things suffers 2. Alright, so I gotta suffer 2 fatigue. Everybody who has one of those symbols. Done and done. Okay, I need to explore, I need to kill things, I need to do a lot of stuff. So, we're gonna start with Galadin. No, we gotta start with Kheli. Kheli needs to drop this dang thing off. I think she's done exploring this thing. Yep, you may perform extra item actions. I think that's going to give her... Yep, it gives her credit for the feat, because she's going first. Kheli could shoot the wolf. Should she? Oh my gosh, I mean, the fact that I have to go through the lava is bad enough. Alright, 1, 2, 3. So every time we enter the lava, we have to scar one of our cards. So she's going to take a scar. And then 1, 2, 3. So she's going to take another scar. And since I don't have enough to get here, I mean, I could use another action to get there. One of the actions is going to be to shoot that wolf, because that's what I was contemplating, is she would shoot up at the wolf. So let's do that. And she attacks with a black die. So that's only 2 successes. 4 damage is good. And yeah, the wolf shifts towards her, but that just moves it further away from Galadin, and that's fine. And that's good. That's it. So she has to suffer fatigue one more time. And then she can do this next turn and drop it off. Okay, we got Cyrus way in the back there. Same deal. We're going to have to do some finagling to get everything situated. I may have to switch weapons just to get rid of fatigue, because this thing's going to keep adding fatigue, and I'm going to try to pick up a few more. We got an explore token that's next to him, and then we got the bookshelf to explore. There's so much that he needs to do. So, which do I do first? Well, I'm going to do the bookshelf first. Let's see if we can get that done, because maybe the bookshelf will heal me or do something really nice. We're going to search the baubles, and there we go. We got a Mortos, which is a really good item. And then we're going to do the bookshelf again and search the bottles. Test agility 5. His agility is not good. He got a 4. And he does fail the agility. Damn it. I'm not liking this. And there's nothing I can do to fix this. He suffers 2 damage. He is down to 1 health. He's already been wounded once, folks. That's not good. And then his turn's over. Crap. One of the things I wanted to do was right here. That's a heal card. And he's got 2 fatigue on it, so he can heal it. We'll have to do that next round. Okay, Varix is sitting back there with 2 enemies breathing down his throat. He really should go up and kill those enemies, but we're going to go ahead and... do we finish the treasure chest or don't we? I honestly, so, like, this wolf has 12 health. The zealot has 10. It's not looking good. This guy's going to be able to kill them. I don't even know if he could finish the wolf off. The Zealot, he is going to have... Oh no, he's got extra bonus against both. Alright, we gotta do it. We gotta kill them. So he will move 2 of his 3 there. He's within slashing range. And he's going to attack that wolf with his lunar spear. And he attacks with a blue die. And so he got a surge and a advantage. He will use his advantage. So he's going to take a fatigue. Oh. Yeah, we'll have to do that next time. So he's going to take the fatigue, put it on his Fate's Embrace, and that gives him 1 success. And then the other one, he has to use a lightning surge. So here it says during your attack you can add 2, or he can add 1, and then somebody prepares. So we're going to add 2. So that puts 3, and we're going to confirm it. And that thing's down to 11 damage. It has 1 health. What a jerk. And then he's going to shift 1 space towards us, and we do take 1 damage. So he's going to go down to 6. And then the wolf latches its jaws on your arms, suffers 6 fatigue. Agility negates. Holy cow! Alright. So there's 5, and then his agility is 0. So if he suffers 1 more fatigue, he can negate the whole thing. So it doesn't matter. He was 1 short, so he'll just take 1 fatigue. Okay, this wolf is afflicted, which means he should die on his turn, because they take 4 damage at the start of their turn. Now, the Zealot is who we're going to go after, and we're going to use Fate's Embrace. So for 1 action, he's going to attack an enemy, and during the attack, he adds 2, and then he's going to flip the card, which gets rid of this. So that's at least decent. We're going to attack the Zealot. We're going to use the Lunar Spear. Roll the blue die. We got a success and a surge. And the surge, of course, will add 2 more. And this added 2 more. This should kill this guy like nothing. I could actually choose a different one, which only adds 1 more, and then lets us discard a condition. So I'm going to discard one of the scars from Kheli. Hit confirm, and sure enough, that Zealot is good and dead. And we got ourselves some nice items and some gold. So we killed the Zealot. Oh man, has this been tough. Now we have Galadin left, and Galadin's going to attack that wolf with the bow. And we got ourselves a success and an advantage. The problem with Galadin is he cannot use the advantage at all. So it's just going to be 1 success. Oh, come on. And then, of course, he takes 1 damage because the wolf moves up to him. And then Galadin's going to attack him again with the bow because he doesn't have any choice. And he got a surge, which is just 1 success. And that's it. And he does only 1 damage, and that wolf survives. Oh my god! Come on! I'm ready to flip. I'm actually not doing well at all. Alright. Because the Zealot's dead, we're finally able to remove a fatigue, which is very, very helpful. Let's get one of these fatigues off of everybody. go ahead and take this one off, and then take one off of his bow. So we got rid of 4 fatigue finally. That was very helpful. Next, following suffers from affliction. This wolf should be dead. And it is. So we get 9 leather. Excellent. The wolf is dead. The only one left is this 1 hit point piece of jerk who's going to do 7 damage to Galadin. If the target is wounded, every other hero suffers 2 fatigue, which is going to be brutal for everybody. Cyrus suffers 2. And then Varix also suffers 2. And then Galadin is going to block with a black die. Oh, he rolled the Surge. That doesn't help him any. That blocks 1 and 2. The Surge doesn't do squat for him. So he takes 5 damage. And he goes... Galadin is now wounded. So we're going to go ahead and say done. And then we got to select Galadin and wound the hero. Done. And he gets the tired injury. So he, after he converts advantage to successes for the first time each round, he's going to suffer 1 fatigue. So basically he's going to take 2 fatigue to be able to do that. A band of Uthuk appear out of the tunnels leading deeper into the old mines. So we got a zealot and a bandit that are spawning here and there. Just when we got rid of them. So the zealot is going to appear here in the lava. And then the bandit got to make sure I got these right. It's the other way around. The bandit is here. And then the zealot oh, come on. Just won't let me. Okay, other way around. The zealot is here. The bandit is right in front of the lectern. There. Okay, everybody suffers 2 if they're carrying something. So Kheli suffers her 2. She's fully maxed out. Cyrus suffers, and he's fully maxed out. And now it's our turn. We only have 3 out of 11. 3 out of 11. And we got 2 wounded heroes already. Alright, well, first thing Kelly's going to do is use her movement to go here and 1 action point to go there. So she's going to go first. That should accomplish a feat for her. If you have 1 or more explore tokens in a play area, you may either heal 2 or discard 2 fatigue. So she's going to go ahead and drop this off. And she's going to heal 2 because she's at 6 health. It needs to go to 8. I know that the fatigue would be nice, but she could just flip a card for that. Then the other thing is that this thing is glowing yellow, and I just realized why. It's because we need to click on the feats. So she's at 6 out of 7. Galadin completed whatever he was supposed to do. So now he needs to attack an undamaged enemy with your blades. Deal damage to blood witches or berserkers with your attacks. We're going to go ahead and do the blade one. And then for Varix, he completed resolve an enemy activation without any hero being wounded. That's possible. We got to do that 10 times. Deal damage to harbingers and centurions with your warbell. I don't even know what a harbinger and a centurion is, so we're going to go ahead and do that one. And we got one more shelf interaction we need to do, and so forth. So let's finish Kheli's turn. Kheli still has 2 more movement left. Kheli needs to flip some cards. So we're going to go ahead and flip this. That gets rid of 4 fatigue. She's back to her hammer. And she does have 2 more movement left. I honestly don't know what to do with her. So we can just do 1, 2. That puts her in everybody's firing range, but nothing I can do about it. Okay, Cyrus. He's down to 1 health. This action will heal him for 2 because there's 2 fatigue on the card, and it flips the card. So it's a nice way to get rid of some fatigue for him, and it does put him back up to 3 health, which he needs. He is desperately low on fatigue, so we're actually going to flip his weapon, which gets rid of 3 more fatigue. And that's his 2 actions. And his turn's over. He's still holding on to this. But I needed to clear up fatigue for him. Galadin still has a wolf next to him. And the wolf has just exactly 1 health. So Galadin is going to go ahead and attack that wolf. Roll his blue die, and he has his 1 success. And he can't do anything with the advantage because he's maxed out. Oh my gosh, he just did 0 damage. Now he's going to take another damage. And he's going to attack that wolf again. He has 1 success. And he finally killed that wolf. My goodness. That wolf was a pain in the butt. Literally. Alright, both of his actions are done. He's still next to the bookshelf and he can't move. Ay, ay, ay. So his turn's over. Then we have Varix. Varix, we are going to move back to the chest. He's going to try to open that chest again. He's a test might. He rolled 4 successes, but he can only count 3 because his might's -1. And there we go. We finally got it open. 9 metal, 3 leather, 6 minerals, 1 curio, and 8 metal. It's all basic stuff. But then we ended up getting a dual power crossbow. Oh, whose crossbow is that? That sounds like... Oh, there it is. Kheli got the higher crossbow. So she can't use it yet, but she does have it unlocked. So that's excellent. That was 1 action. And then for the other action, we can go after that blue token. And we're not going to go after the blue token. Instead, I'm going to flip a skill card to get rid of some of his fatigue. Because I don't have the room to take the fatigue. If I picked up that blue token, that would cause him to take damage. we're basically just treading water. We're not necessarily making progress here. Okay, I need to hit end phase, and then I think I gotta call it quits. I'm running low on battery. I'm at 2 hours and 30 minutes. This is a brutal mission. Everybody gets to discard 1, which is good. So I'm going to go ahead and take 1 off of Varix, 1 off of Cyrus, 1 off of Kheli, and then Galadin. I'm going to get rid of all 3 of those in an action, so we're going to just take 1 off of this one. So that gets rid of 4 fatigue. That's good. We do have 2 jerks, so this one's going to target Kheli, and Kheli is in his view. After rolling the dice, if the target did not roll a lightning, they get infected. And so he needs to be within range 3. So he will take lava. So I'm going to interrupt him. And that zealot is going to be afflicted and doomed. So he's going to at least take some lava damage and resume the activation. He's going to try to do 4 damage to Kheli. Kheli rolls an orange die. That reduces it to 3, and then we have 2 advantage. So Kheli could take 2 fatigue. Oh, she will. Yeah. She'll take 2. Then she only takes 1 damage. She's down to 7. Did she roll? She did not roll a lightning bolt, so she is also infected. So I'm actually going to put the 2 fatigue on her weapon, where the infected card is, so I can flip that whole thing over. So it's done, and then we have the bandit. Sprints forward and backflips into air, launching knives in all directions. Move to within 3 spaces of as many heroes as possible, and then attack all heroes. Well, that's not possible. So just going to go after who's closest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to Kheli. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to Galadin. Galadin has 8 health, Kheli has 7, so he's going to go after Kheli. He has a range of 3. So 1, 2, 3. So he's actually going to have to step into the lava. So we're going to interrupt and afflict and doom him as well. But he does try to do 4 damage to Kheli. Kheli blocks 2. Because I guarantee you that lightning bolt is a block. It is. And if she was next to something, like a chest, a shelf, or whatever, it would count as 2 instead. For 2 fatigue, she can turn that into 3 block. But that's okay. She's just going to do 2, and then she'll take 2 damage. She's down to 5 health. Bandit is done. Flames burst up. Okay, so this room is actually going to burn up. So we need to get out of there. Each hero suffers 2. That's Cyrus is suffering 2. And that's it. And the bandit is doing a bunch of mocking. And it's our turn again. And we have 3 out of 11. And 2 heroes are wounded, and we are just suffering miserably. I would love to pick up a bunch of these tokens and bring them all back at once. However, it's just impossible because if you're carrying more than 1 token, then you take a whole crap ton of fatigue. So I have to spend actions just to get the fatigue off my cards, and then they keep doing stuff that adds more and more fatigue to my cards. It's a really nasty loop. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and save this, and I would definitely do this mission way differently next time. I guess that's part of the fun, is you don't know what's coming next, and boy, did I not know what was coming next in this one. Clearly, by playing that first mission once, and then recording it a second time playthrough, I mean, I did know where things were coming, and it did allow me to play sharper and smarter. Holy buckets, is this hard whenever you have the app. Thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome, and I'm enjoying this game. The flippity flip thing is stupid. Still hate it. But as far as like a dungeon romp goes, this is a good game. I am being challenged. I do not feel like I'm just being swarmed with enemies. I feel like I got things to do. I guess it's a little weird that I have to go, search a shelf before the lava burns it, but it's not a bad game. FFG did fairly well with this one. I mean, I'm only on the second mission, of course. I think it's rather hard, this mission. I mean, maybe if I would have stuck together a little bit better, I don't know. Like, had I just focused on killing that golem and not unlock, bringing what I should have done was killed the golem and then just opened up the right side and left the left side completely undone. Like, what I did was I opened up like 3 sides to this all at once. I went down the middle, I went down the right, and then I went down the left, and I got all the enemies that go with it. That was a very, very bad idea. So I think, of course, I would do it differently, and it would be a lot easier, for sure. But holy buckets, some of these heroes have useless skills. The flippity flip thing is dumb. Even like focusing a card to let you re-roll a die. I mean, what for? I want to roll more than 1 die. That's the other thing. I only get to roll 1. That sucks too. It's still fun. I think it's cool. The 3D terrain is still pointless. It looks nice. I mean, after I've assembled it all together, I'm like, yeah, this is cool. It definitely looks cool on the table. Like, when my kids come downstairs, they're like, Dad, that looks really neat. Still not neat enough for them to play it with me, but anyways, yeah, I'm not disappointed in this game at all. It's what, $140 brand new. You can get it secondhand from people, probably for $50 or $60 right now. I think even at $140, this is a good game. I would recommend it to people. I really would. I like this more than Dungeon Universalis. There's some things in Dungeon Universalis that I really love. The character creation. There's so many things about it that is excellent. But I like this more. I really do. Like, I had to use an app to play that game. I'm using an app to play this one. This one's more fun. But that's just me. I know some of you really love that other game. I still like Descent 2nd Edition more. I think Descent 2nd Edition, if it was remade with an app from the start, would just be an amazing game. But unfortunately, it isn't. It's meant to be with an Overlord. And, of course, finding an Overlord, I think everybody knows. So I've tried to do multiple campaigns of Descent, and it always works out where the heroes start just winning all the time, or the Overlord wins all the time, because whoever is winning the most in the beginning, they just gain momentum, and then nobody can catch up. It's no longer balanced. Anyways, thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome. And Descent 2nd Edition, I know it does have an app, but it's not the same. What it needs is an app that lets you play the actual campaigns that came with the game, instead of its own little quirky stuff. Anyways, as always, stay awesome. I gotta get to work tomorrow, and this is really late. And this is a very long video. Thank you.